In this video, I'll execute a program which illustrates array of objects as include iostream using namespace std. While writing, you have to write it's iostream.h and you should ignore this. Then class emp. I'll take two data members here. One is employee ID in a private section, EID, int EID, and char ename. Because ename is array, character array, it's a string. In the public section, I'll take function void input. See, for these data members, user has to input values. To do this, we have to write instructions. These instructions I'll write in a input function. Cout, enter employee ID and employee name. Employee ID and employee name. \n, double quotes close, semicolon. Now cin statement is used to extract a value from the keyboard. In which value? EID first, then ename, semicolon. Next, we need one more function to display the contents of these data members. Void disp. I'm going to display as a tabular format. Cout. Which value you want to display first? Employee ID, EID. Memory name we have to write there so that it gives the value of that memory. After that, I need tabular space. It must be in a double quotes \t. Then ename. After displaying one record, cursor has to come to next line. So we must give \n. Once we define function, unless we call, it won't execute. So we have to call from main function. In this editor, it supports int main. Void main, int main. How to call member function using object and dot operator. See, we are discussing array of objects. So we must declare array of class type, which is the class name emp, e of 10. Randomly, I'll take 10. Though we have 10 memory location, let us ask user how many memory locations he use. Int n I. We can enter the values up to 10 employees or within 10 employees. Beyond that, we can't insert because it is a static memory allocation. Once at the compilation time, memory gets allocated for 10 employees, but 11th employee details we can't insert because there is no memory reservation takes place at the compilation time. Though you try to input 11th employee detail, it shows a runtime error. Now cout, enter n employee details \n semicolon. See here, all employees having same identifiers, 10 employees also identified by E only. Then how to identify each employee uniquely? By their position. First employee is identified by E of 0, second employee E of 1, third E of 2. Like that, these positions are identifying employees uniquely. Next, So before that we have to ask how many employees you want to insert. Enter, written double quotes, enter number of employees, enter number of employees, number of employees, employee, how many employee details you want to insert there. Cin, extraction, n. After that, n employee details user has to input. To read these details, we need for loop. For I is equal to 0, I less than n, I plus plus. See, what is the purpose of loop? Here, there are 10 memory locations, and these 10 continuous memory locations are identified by the common identifier E, and every employee is uniquely identified by their position E of 0, E of 1. If you consider N3, or you are going to input 3 employee details. The first employee detail is stored at 0th location, second first, and third second location, isn't it? That's why I started from 0 less than n. For every time we have to call input function, because we have defined a function. What is the purpose of input function? To input value for the data members. Which data member I have to input, which object is calling this function, to that object values have to input, isn't it? Now E of I dot read, sorry, input, no, input, semicolon. First time I value 0, E of 0 dot input. The input function is going to execute. That function gets value from the keyboard and stores in E of 0th location. Next I increments, I becomes 1, again 1 less than 3. I assume n value is 3. Now E of 1 dot input. Again the same function is executed. Okay. With now this time values are going to E of first location, that is second employee, like the third employee also. After that I want to display the values which are present in all objects. I want to display as a table. So let us give a heading here, cout employee ID, isn't it? EMP ID backslash T ename backslash n semicolon. Now for loop, again we have to write a for loop. For I is equal to 0, I less than n, I plus plus, then open flower bracket. This time which employee detail has to display first? E of 0, E of 1, E of 2, like that it has to display. There is a function, display function, its job is to display the data present in the object. Now which object data you want to display? E of 0, next E of 1, E of 2. So I value automatically changed. E of I dot disp, E of I dot disp, open close semicolon. Okay. Now I have taken int main, so I have to return a value, return 0 semicolon. Let us save the program. Now I'll compile. So 0 errors. Execute. Let us execute program. Okay. Enter number of employee. I'll take 3. Enter 3 employees details. Okay. First employee. Enter EID and ename. I'll give EID 11. Ename I'll give XYZ. Next, this is for second object. E of 1. I take 2, 3 and PQR. And for third employee, 2, 2 and ABC. Now, this is the way it displays the result. We can give a line here. I'll change here. Here I'll give some dotted line. \n. Okay. 0 errors. Now this time I'll take two employees. Employee ID, employee name. Next employee ID, I'll take 23 and employee name PQR. Like this, it display the result. Understood? See, 1 1 1 1. This is employee ID, E of 0, E name of E of 0. This is second employee, that is E of 1. E of 1 employee ID, E of 1 employee name. So this, I hope you understood what is array of object. In this example, where is the array of object? Here. E of 10 is the array of object. In order to get the values, or in order to store values for these objects, we must use a looping statement. Every time we are calling function with a different objects. Here also, I am going to display the data members, the values of data members using display function using different objects. Once we define a functions, we can call how many times we want. I hope you understood array of objects. Thank you.